It's definitely feeling like the end's in sight on this front. All the things that I have on my plate. I won't miss that bit. Does anybody know what this is? Really, really pretty fan.
For everybody, with no dramas, just lots of fun things to do.
So what you don't see behind the scenes, obviously, is all the preparation, the editing, the creative side of it. Well, Christmas is over, and I have a quiet day, so was doing some other jobs earlier on, and it's being winter, it's dark already, so I've been cracking on with sorting out the last bit of box sorting that I need to do. So obviously Neil was keen for this to be done before Christmas, but that just wasn't really going to be possible for various reasons. Anyway, so I've been working on this at the moment, so I will come back and have another look at the more past memories sort of bit part at some point. At the moment I'm still sorting, so they're just empty boxes, and even up there just empty boxes. There's probably more empty boxes than full ones in this room at the moment, and I've already been through this one and this one. That's just I need those for the business accounts. Some already sorted here, the last few bits to sort here, and so really there's only this little section here that I still need to sort through. So the end's in sight. I've got some more bin bags of rubbish ready to go, so it'll be really great to get this done and off my back. So yeah, and then it's just after that waiting for some news on the actual move, and then obviously more everyday personal stuff still to pack. There's a little bit of sorting to do in the kitchen still. I've got to clear the big freezer. It's definitely feeling like the end's in sight on this front, but will we definitely have somewhere to move to, and will this definitely go through? We shall see. Fingers crossed. So yeah, work in progress. Yeah. So it's that funny time of year, isn't it? So Christmas is over. We quite often go away, but I really need to get on top of this stuff before I end up back at work. I've just been finding it all a bit overwhelming, to be quite honest. The short days, the dark nights, the long commute, and all the things that I have on my plate. I won't miss that bit when I go, if I'm honest. Anyway, yeah, so some good progress. See what tomorrow brings. Speak soon. Hello everyone. I'm still, so it's after Christmas now. Been running around doing a few other jobs, catching up with best friend and a bit of family and stuff. Anyway, so the end is in sight finally. So it's just this little collection of boxes here, but that pile's already done. This is still to check through. This is done, but I'm going to show you a couple of bits in a minute. I think this is largely done. This is done, but I need to keep do tax affairs. This is nearly done, but a little bit to do over there. So definitely want to get this finished today. But anyway, so that's that little lot. But in here it's too much to go through and everything, but some really lovely old letters from friends, and then I did this trip to Cologne when I was a lot younger and stayed, well, I was working there for a month actually, so I got this little set of cards, all different pictures from back then. And so one of these days Neil and I keep talking about it, but he also went for different reasons to do with work. It would be quite fun to go and visit sometime. So all sorts of little bits, but this is my old cleaning rod for my original flutes, which I might even have time to repair one of these days. So those who remember back in the day, James Galway was obviously on the telly a lot. He was a really incredible flautist, very talented, and he was kind of my inspiration why I wanted to learn flute in the first place. So my first flute was a James Galway silver-plated flute, but it needs a lot of work to get it back working again. And then my daughter Hannah learnt flute at one point, so I bought her flute off her when she decided not to play it anymore. So that's the one I'm currently using. Yeah. And some random things. So this, does anybody know what this is? So I've not played this for a long time. It's an ocarina. So who's heard of one of them? So that's the ocarina. Oh, what was in this one? What is this even? I'm not sure. I used to collect different woodwind instruments. Oh, right. That's a very simple Japanese whistle. So weirdly, the whistle's on the bottom side. The Japanese whistle. So, what else have we got in here? All sorts. Lots of letters. Oh, yeah. So, for those who remember, my early research work was studying genetic mutations that altered flowering, and our study plant that we used to look at and work with was called Antherinum, which is common name snapdragon. So this one has a mutation where the top flower looks different from all the rest. So it's from a research publication. So that was back in the time when you got proper photographic prints and proper printed hard copies of the publications. It was so much nicer than all the digital versions you get today. But anyway, so there's some of that. Anything else that would be fairly easy to share? I'm not sure what's in here. Oh, picture hooks. Might come in handy when we move. Oh, yes. They're beautiful. Probably Chinese or possibly Japanese, I'm sure. Anyway, this is a wooden fan. It's so pretty. So I'm back. Just to get the box open to show you. So look at that. Really, really pretty fan. Look at all the detailed work on that. Oh, it's scented wood as well. Smells lovely. So yeah, all these things long lost in the loft for so long. So when we move, all I need is a nice cabinet now where I can actually keep my things where I can actually see them and get to them, hopefully. Or what else have we got? Move it around in it. Ha ha! My granddad's road atlas. Bet things have changed since then. Ooh, goodness me. Oh, that's Belfast. Let's try and find a bit with England. So Dublin. Oh, there's lots on Ireland. Where's the rest? Scotland. Ah. So there's the northwest of Manchester, or northwest of England, I should say, as it was. You've got Sheffield, Liverpool. Just down into the Midlands. Goodness me. Holland. Just look at it. It says Holland. That's round the Wash near Lincolnshire. Goes back into. Must be on the next page. What does that say? Oh, I tell a lie. It says it belonged to William Hodgkinson from David Road, Cheadle in Cheshire. Now, who is William Hodgkinson? I might ask my mum about that. Yeah, so lots of old letters. I had a lot more hair when I was younger, so I used to wear that in my hair, but yeah, I don't have enough hair anymore, but it's still rather a nice fancy comb. Ooh, all sorts. Anyway, yeah, so yeah, some more photos and I don't know what that was. Ooh. Oh, this is an even older map. 17th century of England map. I suspect it's a replica, but it's rather nice anyway. I like old maps. Right, better crack on.
Hello there.
Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
It is the last day
Of
of 2023. How did that happen, Mum?
I don't know, it sort of just melted away without me noticing. And that's in spite of all sorts of interesting things happening. Yes, started off as a normal, quiet year with me just pattering away, gently doing things. And then we got to April and I had a rather special birthday. Yes, beautifully organised by Sandra and her brothers and all sorts of other friends and relatives. And we all had a lovely day together. Yes. Then things developed and there was a bright idea about Sandra and Neil taking me under their wing, because when you turn 90 you can't expect to go on, not quite forever, another 10 years will do. And so they're brave, aren't they, taking me on for that long? Yeah, so that's included all sorts of plans for getting it organised. Yeah.
Anyway, so that's an ongoing story, isn't it? But I believe you had an extra Christmas card this year, Mum?
Oh, I definitely did. Most surprising.
Sorry, I'm not sure.
I do have an Alexa who does interfere from time to time. Yes.
Carry on, Mum.
Yeah. And I mean, at my age, you don't expect to become famous and be walking down streets and people recognise you, apart from where you live. And got down having a bit of a holiday down in Lincolnshire, and people were spotting me along with Sandra and Neil. That was quite exciting.
Very, yes.
Yeah. So the card, very kindly sent from, remind me.
From Pauline, Dave and Nick.
Wasn't that lovely?
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you very much indeed. A beautiful robin picture, which was very nice. I do love my Christmas cards, although like everybody else I'm starting to ease back a bit these days. But still, it's nice for the ones that make it. Yes. Now then, all sorts of things have been happening. All the families seem to be doing interesting things and reorganising their lives in different ways. So that's kept me busy. Being the oldest and the matriarch, I seem to be considered to be in charge. And people tell me what they're doing and expect me to approve, which I mostly do.
That's one way of looking at it. Anyway, so we sort of rambled on a little bit, but we just wanted to wish everyone a very happy new year, because it is New Year, and hope that all goes smoothly for whatever you're doing in 2024. And what do you reckon, Mum?
Yes, let's hope it'll be a good, interesting year for everybody, with no dramas, just lots of fun things to do. Very good. All the best for the new year.
All right. All the best, and see you on the other side.
Definitely.
Bye for now.
Right, bye.
Okay. So, what is it like seeing Rasha? Here's Rasha. How are you doing, girl? You been a good girl? I'm looking for the biscuits. Right, okay. Whew. So, right. Hey, cheeky madam, right. Been given, to be honest, far too many biscuits. Right, come here. Come on. Up. Biscuit. Come on. Biscuit time is happy time, Rasha. There you go. I haven't got any more hiding, sorry. No more. She's off again. Right. She's quite sprightly today. I took her out for quite a long walk, went up to the local woods. There's quite a nice little local walk there. And she's got lots of nice places to sniff. And there's rooks in the trees. There's one of the last more like wild bits left in this area. It's really lovely. I was up quite early this morning because I wanted to go to 8 o'clock communion. I've not been for a long time, so that was really nice. Not been to that particular church for that before, but anyway, they were very nice. There wasn't any bell ringing this morning at my normal place because a lot of people are away for New Year. So I come back for a bit. I was going to take the dog out then, but she was just curled up in a basket, did not want to move. She does not like the rain. It was raining. So I didn't take her out till I came back later on when it was dry. So I've been doing a few jobs with Neil, good to get a bit more progress with the house sorting done. To catch up with my mum this afternoon, but before I did that, so there was some later little bit of bell ringing up the road, and that's kind of what I consider more like the elite team locally. And so I know I'm not at their standard, but I'm trying to slowly improve. So I know things have improved, but I'll be honest, it did not go well this morning. It was like total cold turkey into something quite complicated after no ringing at all for about 10 days. It wasn't great. Work in progress, but anyway, so it's quite nice. Apart from my rubbish ringing. Well, I mean, it wasn't all rubbish, but just the harder bit. So what a year. Where did it go? I was chatting to Mum earlier. I mean, it was a tough, to be honest, for me, I found it a very, very tough year this year. There's so much on my plate. But it's one of them, when it's so full on like that and you suddenly look back, I always feel like, where did that year go, and how can it be 2024 already? So, gosh, what a year. So much going on. Anyway, yeah, so what next? But yeah, as I say, one of the big surprises, I think Mum touched on that as well, was obviously appreciate Neil's worked really hard on his YouTube channel, and it has got it's grown in popularity, which is lovely. He has really worked for that and invested a lot of time in that. And I say what you don't see behind the scenes, obviously, is all the preparation, the editing, the creative side of it as well. So I have obviously been happy to support that where I can, but obviously quite touched the sort of, as well as Rasha being the star, and to some extent my mum being a bit of a star now, so I appreciate all the kind comments and things from people, and so some even suggestions I should do a bit of my own vlogging, but I have so much on my plate at the moment that it's not realistic at all. But yeah, I appreciate the kind thoughts anyway. And you'll see me pop in and out as part of Neil's YouTube anyway. So I will be around. Yeah, so what a year. Will 2024 be any quieter? I have a sneaking suspicion it may not be. So depending how things go, could be a very different year, depending on how things pan out time-wise. But I mean, the main thing, I suppose, important thing is just pleased that Mum's doing a bit better than she was in the summer last year. She had quite a rough spell last summer, which was a bit of a worry for everyone. And of course then she got better, and then she was like, what's all the fuss about? Can't you take, I was just ill at the time. I was like, yeah, we do get that, Mum, you know. It's good that you're doing better, but yeah, I've definitely quite a rough patch then, so that was a bit of a scare. And yeah, so finally I had even before I knew Neil, I've went through so many moves and so much upheaval and changes and things. So there were a number of boxes that hadn't been touched for a good number of years. And rubbish has been thrown, which is good. But there are still things there I definitely want to keep, and I might be doing something with in the future, in the vain hope that life might slow down at some point. Keep hoping it will. So yeah, so now back on to really exciting things like getting back to work and sorting out tax returns and all that lovely stuff that comes with this time of year. Anyone else has to do the whole tax return thing? Not fun. Really not fun. So I've been making a start on that while Neil's cooking tea. And then, yeah. So that'll be the next big job before Neil goes away again. And obviously, submission deadline, end of this coming month, always comes up too quickly. But it will be fine. It will be fine. Yes. Yeah, so anyway, so I hope you're all doing okay. Another bit of a funny time of year for people, often quite a lot of memories, and maybe people that we wish were still here, maybe are not still here. And there's certainly thinking of a local friend here, his wife passed away during this year. That first Christmas, New Year, it's always a tough one, isn't it? So we're definitely celebrating our time here, making the most of our time together before Neil disappears again. Back to his summer job starting at end of February, finishing November. Anyway, sort of summer job. Yeah, so we will be back, I'm sure, in the new year. So in the meantime, wishing you all the best. Take it easy, stay safe, stay well, and enjoy your time if you can. Bye for now.